been making some runs lately, man, since the bubble. All right. Last year they made a run. And we want to know, will Miami Heat make another finals run with this current roster? All right. Led by Jimmy Butler. So Dave, take over the floor.
Flat out, no, not with this current roster. That is not happening. Not with this roster. As much as I love Miami, I don't see us getting that far with this roster. We lost a huge piece. People might not think that he was a big piece, but PJ Tucker was very important to that basketball team last year.
Yes.
Our defense was as good as it was, and Jimmy and Bam was able to do what they could because they had another defender that could help out in the paint, and he could hit some corner threes whenever we needed him to. We don't have anyone else that's able to do that. Yeah, we got Dwayne Dedman, but who's actually gotten better as a 3-point shooter, but he ain't got no bricks in his pocket down low. He ain't gonna be able to get too much. And then Bam is the same thing. Even though Bam balled out the other night against the Suns, I mean Bam is inconsistent. As good as he can be, even though he got a max contract because he made I think he made second team defense a couple years ago. Where is that? I mean, I need more. We need something else. Duncan Robinson got a max contract. He's coming off the bench. We got Strus, who I told you about. I told you about him. I told you about Strus, Joe. I told you last year Strus was good. You weren't paying attention to him, and I told you he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Strus started because Duncan Robinson ain't where he needed to be. Tyler Heroes is still a good player, but he can't score on nobody that can defend. I think it was Damian Mitchell proved that every time he was on him, he locked that man up. So it wasn't much he could do.
Mm-hmm. My man.
Kyle Lowry,
Oh man.
Mr. Flop a lot. I think he need. I still don't understand why we signed him. Even though he's a leader and he won a ring, he won that ring because he had Kawhi Leonard on his team. Let's not make it seem like Kyle Lowry was one of the best players on the team that year because Fred VanVleet played better than him, and so did Siakam and Kawhi. I think Kyle Lowry was the fourth best player on that team.
Dang.
I would say fifth. That's personal.
Hey, that's I mean, I was never really a huge fan. I think when the Raptors were good, that was more of a DeMar DeRozan team than it was a Kyle Lowry team.
Yeah.
So and DeMar DeRozan is showing you that in Chicago. So I don't think with this current roster we can make a finals run. No, not right now. I think we gotta make a trade somewhere, either get a big man or something like that, or trade Kyle Lowry for somebody else and let Gabe Vincent start. Because last year when Gabe Vincent started, he played better than when Kyle Lowry was out there. So
he was hurt last year too. We gotta give him a benefit on that one. And so no, man. Like think about it, David. You know this, David. You can't win with the same team. You gotta bring a new team back. Not like bring a new core, but you gotta add something. You can't win with the same team. That never happens.
nope.
You gotta add a role player, add somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all literally added nobody, but your rookie, Jovic, not Jokic,
And he only played like 5 minutes a game. So
that's the only person that added. You look at Philly, they got better. You look at the Bucks, they got better. You look at Boston, they got better. You look at the Cavs, they got better, right? So everybody got better. Even the Wizards, they got better. They got Porzingis last year, right? Who they getting that chemistry this year. So every contender in the East got better. Even in the West, people got better. Jamal Murray came back. The Lakers, no, they're not a contender, but the Clippers got John Wall. You know what I mean? So you had to add pieces to it, and y'all didn't. So that's why y'all look stagnant somewhat. And that's why y'all in trade talks to potentially get Julius Randle, who I think y'all shouldn't get, right? Because that's gonna be 3 people on the floor who really can't shoot, all right? So we can't do that. Y'all gonna be looking like the Lakers. So,
hey,
we keep throwing shots at the Lakers, all right? So
no, you can't say you throwing shots because you actually making them. There you go.
Okay, all right. Unless y'all go, I mean, I see y'all playing Udonis Haslam. Like whenever Devin is not active, Udonis Haslam get some burn.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Udonis Haslem.
Why is he still playing?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's still getting
That's
burned
y'all
when
Brandon
Devin don't
Graham,
play.
bro.
When Devin is out, he's a backup center.
That's y'all Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham.
That's it. Like, bro, why is he still playing, bro?
Yeah,
That's an Eagle joke, guys, for your NBA non-NFL lovers. All right. So basically, I don't think y'all can make a run. Y'all had to make a move. Y'all had to, because Jimmy Butler is not the superstar that's going to elevate the team that like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's the type of player that's going to feed off of momentum, and I think that's what's been going on with Jimmy Butler. So my answer is no.
I have to agree with you. My answer is no, because if you think about it, like you said, that was a good point you made there, Joe, about him feeding off someone else's energy. Because when he was in Philly, him and Embiid, like they both kind of remind me of the same type of players where they need somebody to be like, all right, this is my night, and then they just gonna feed off of that. And Jimmy Butler showed that in the bubble when he went for 50, and then the rest of the team was kind of like, I guess we got to go with him. And then he just flattened. So right now,
well, he flattened for one season. He didn't flatten last year. So
no. You're right. I'm just saying, as far as him feeding off the momentum, we just going with that.
Yeah.
So with this team, like, it's literally Jimmy Butler and crew. And I don't know who you're gonna get to flip for Kyle Lowry, because right now, like you said, the Wizards need a point guard. They may be crazy enough to do it. Like a Monty Morris may be the point guard y'all need, because he can come down the field. He can come down the court and then, like, just give Jimmy the ball and he can feed off of that. Or y'all could trade for Kyle Kuzma.
He's trying to throw some trades.
You see what I'm doing? I'm fishing here, man. I'm fishing. We need some shooters out here. But I'm just saying, as far as but I'm just saying, who's out there for them to trade for? Because I don't know why. And you forgot to mention too, the Knicks got better, even though they don't look like they got better, but they did get better. Yeah, when they went out and got a point guard. So
that's true. And he's actually playing well. It's not
most improved. He's gonna be most improved player of the year.
Like when the John Wall stuff was coming out, I was like, please don't go to Miami. Please don't go to Miami. That's just me being a Wizards fan, but that would have been the player y'all needed.
He wasn't. I knew from talks inside the organization, I knew they wasn't even really going to sign. I knew they wasn't going to go for John Wall. They was focused on was trying to re-sign PJ Tucker. But PJ Tucker was like, nah, I'm gone.
But John Wall would have been that environment would have been good for him though.
It would have been. I would prefer that we did it, but I just knew it wasn't going to happen.
So my question is, what do you feel like you really need? Is it a guard or is it a big man?
I don't necessarily think it's a guard. I just think we need another big man, somebody else that can spread the floor. Someone like even though we've heard his name in Trace Hossford for another team, but somebody like Miles Turner. Miles Turner is good enough to be able to defend the ball, because I think he's led the league in blocks before most times, and he's a very good 3-point shooter. Well, not very good, but he's a good 3-point shooter and a good free throw shooter. So that's kind of what we need. We need someone that can kind of sort of fill that role that PJ Tucker was, but give us a little bit more than what PJ Tucker did. And I feel like Miles Turner is that kind of player. Not saying that it's absolutely him, that we have to go get him, but somebody that has that kind of style. And as far as point guard, I would rather just have Gabe Vincent out there starting than Kyle Lowry. I feel like his the way he plays is better than what Kyle Lowry can give us, because he actually is gonna. He may not be as good as a defender as Kyle Lowry is, even though I don't think he's that great of a defender, but he's a better shooter. He can actually score in the paint, so he can facilitate a little bit better than Kyle Lowry. So I would rather have Gabe Vincent starting than Kyle Lowry. That's just me.
Yeah, I think Miles Turner would be good for y'all, because y'all be getting killed on the boards. Y'all 26 in rebounding. I mean, who y'all played recently? Y'all play who y'all just play? Y'all play
we just played Phoenix.
What? No, was that Phoenix got Craig, right? Y'all they was getting offensive rebounds on y'all like crazy. So that, I mean, I'm with all y'all, but I think Miles Turner will be a good fit for y'all. He'll be a good fit for a lot of people. He is on the trade block. They've been talking about trading him. So, but y'all, I think the answer Tomo's question, y'all got a bunch of players on y'all team that's like Matt Strus. I like him, but he's like he's not consistent. He's not a consistent player. You know what I mean? To me, I don't think he's a consistent player. But y'all do got Tyler Hero. Y'all got it. That shit got Corey. Y'all got Tyler Hero. Now he's starting now. He's not the bench no more. And Bam been playing good this year. To me, especially when Jimmy Butler was out, Bam was stepping up and being that best player. But like he said, I agree. I need another big.
Yeah, but Tyler Hero's not starting. Strus is actually starting right now.
I thought Tyler Hero was starting. Oh, it's when Butler was out. He was starting probably. Mm-hmm. All right. I still got beef with him, so.
I know. It was a travel, but hey, I'll take the W right now.
Yeah, you know, I'm cool with that because that was a face mask. You know what I mean? So.
Hey.
All right. Hey, you got to take that to the 10. I'm with it. All right. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.